Serious work mode?
Serious work mode,
No.
Suck in the...
So first of all, we have to talk about baby because you just showed me a zillion pictures.
Lots of pictures.
He's like old enough to have a personality now.
He is. It's pretty awesome. It's a stupid way to say it, but I really don't know other words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to think. I'm not a poet by any means. Most of my life I live saying somebody else's words, so I can't create the words. But it was actually difficult for me for the first couple of months because he wanted boob. Sorry, I mean not to. But I'd hold him and I was like, I loved him and I'm sure he loved me back.
Yeah.
But he'd be like, Daddy, where's milk? Okay, I want milk. So it was tough to bond. And now especially the last month, he's kind of doing like the da 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 da, and he's just a big happy baby. And we're not obviously throwing him around, but I'm doing like really slow motion.
You're kind of throwing him around.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to launch him up in the air. But he loves it. And he's playful and he seems to be very happy. And he's knock on wood, he's been tremendous about traveling. So when we go back to Austin or Vancouver or LA, he's been good. So knock on whatever.
Does that make it tough on you though? Like being here, I mean, you have the most insane hours of anybody ever.
Yeah, it's really tough. And for the most part, Jen and Thomas are here. So we just had some stuff going on in Texas, and ACL Festival was down there this past weekend. So we were there. They're still there, but I go to Austin this weekend and fly back with them, and then they'll be here for a long while.
That's good. So it's not like you're just up here and she's in LA and...
Yeah, no. That wouldn't work for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we had that discussion, and she has been amazing because she took some time off so that we could be a normal-ish family, see each other and not be filming on different sides of the world. So I'm very grateful.
What's the best part of being a dad?
The best part of being a dad is he does this smile thing when he sees me sometimes, and I'm used to Jen kind of holding him, and so I'll get behind Jen and I'll have my face over here on this shoulder. I'll be like, "Where's your daddy?" And I'll walk to the other side. And so seeing him do this, and he kind of just goes from one side to the other. And he always does this smile where he can't kind of make noise. Or he makes noise, but sometimes he is not making noise. So he does this smile, and then he just like bangs his head into Jen because he gets so excited he can't do anything. And it's the cutest little. It really melts you, but it's fun. And also to see my parents.
Camera, we can cry for a minute.
Oh yeah, totally.
We'll just hold each other.
Cry all over the place.
It's fine. So okay, Sam started off the season in sort of a weird. It's a little bit of a point of contention, I think.
Sure. I think we all knew it would be kind of too. But
I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. It was a little, I guess, out of character for him not to look for Dean. I mean, what was it? How do you?
You know, the way I kind of had to work it out. It was nice to have something different. I mean, after 150, however many episodes, right now I think we're on like 159. But it was nice to come in and show that different side. And I've been saying this since the beginning, I love seeing the brothers when they're not around each other. Like, Sam and Dean are great, and I love Jensen and filming with him, and I love the relationship between the brothers. I hate him. But I love exploring the other sides. And the way I kind of justify it is that in the past, whenever this has happened, Sam and Dean have had somebody to go to, either a Bobby or a Cass or a Rufus, or we've known where, like when he went to hell, I knew it was a Crossroads Demon deal, so I knew he was going to hell, so I had somewhere to start. But he blew up in a room. He evaporated, and it wasn't like, here we go to purgatory. It wasn't. He could have been in Missouri, like having a burger. So I had nobody to turn to, and I being Sam now, a method all of a sudden. No, but Sam had no one to turn to, and nowhere to even start. I mean, he was to assume maybe they died, but he had nothing, and so he took it as his cue, and he kind of touches on it in the pilot, saying the family business and us looking for each other is what's gotten everybody we know and love killed. So I kind of took this as my cue to where they call the definition of insanity is expecting
the same thing over and
expecting
over.
different results from the same actions.
Yeah.
And so Sam was like, well, every time I look for him or he looks for me, we cause collateral damage and stuff goes bad. So I have nowhere to start, so I'm just going to try and wipe it and go back to who I was, in the pilot with Jess, and go back to...
Well, I mean, we saw in the episode that aired last night that he's thinking about going back to school, which, remember, at the end of season 1, I think he said, like, when this is all over, like, I still want to go to law school.
Yeah.
And, I mean, is there a possibility that that's, like, I guess...
Maybe. That's him sitting there,
I guess what I'm
notes.
trying to, like, express is what's going to be the catalyst that gets his head back in the game? Because it always is something terrible and tragic.
Sure. Well,
is Amelia going to die on a ceiling?
Oh my gosh. Not yet. If she is, I guess I wouldn't be surprised. But what's kind of been the catalyst to get him back into it, as of yet, we're only about halfway into the season, but has been the incentive of something huge. Like we saw Kevin say, from what I know, the tablet says how to seal away demons forever. And so that's a big, like, okay, I can't really walk away from this. It's not just the classic, hey, we're going to go hunt, we're going to go read obits and sleep in motels and eat gas station food forever. It's like, okay, if I can do this now, you know, I have penance. You know, I started Apocalypse and I drank demon blood and I did this and that. So if I can maybe at least do this one amazing thing, and we've done many amazing things as characters, but to sock away all demons. They still beat themselves up all the time. They still beat themselves up all the time. And so I think for Sam to go, okay, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be back in, but if I can do this and accomplish this, then I can put that feather in my cap and sleep better at night, knowing that I've done a lot of good for a long time.
The last time that I was up here, you talked about how you hope that they sort of like both die in a blaze of glory in the series finale. But now there's like, I mean, the writing has focused again, for the first time in a few years on how smart Sam is.
Right.
Every episode, it seems like so far, there's been like a moment where Dean's like, "Whoa, he's smart again."
I'm paying the writers. Make me smarter.
I went to Stanford.
Make me more good at school and stuff.
Like, do you think that there's a law school family ending for Sam? Possibly now?
Truthfully, I do not.
You're like, no explosions, fire.
I want blood and death. No, and Jared, now going back into Jared mode, I am dying to go back to school. Like, as a totally side note. And even being in Austin, I was enrolled at UT before I got Gilmore Girls. I had to quit. I didn't have to quit, but I chose to drop out of UT.
I'm glad you did.
Well, thank you. I think it's pretty happy. I'm so far so good. But I would love to go back to school. However, realistically, I don't think Sam's gonna go be a co-ed somewhere in a school somewhere with a desk and a trapper keeper and pocket
binders
protector.
Full of women.
Binders full of women. Yeah. They brought me binders full of women.
That was so timely.
I know, that was a wonderful. Man, I only thought of myself.
Sorry,
no, that was great. I don't think that's in the cards for Sam, and I really do think the only poetic way to go out is for us both to go down.